Hi, my name's Jamie and I'm a filmmaker on a quest to watch more movies. A lot more movies. All the movies. So every week I go down to my favorite video store and I rent and watch about 5 movies I've never seen before. Then I reflect. Then I do an analytical review in the time it takes to play the trailer, or whatever I can get, and give each a totally objective star rating, and then select a pick of the week. I'm doing 100 of these, 500 movies. I hope to make it that you want to stick around. This week on the Rental Report Review. In prison, they are the law. On the streets, they are the power. American Me, 1992. What You Gonna Do? Bad Boys, 1995. Pow, Power, Brain Power, Billion Dollar Brain, 1967. Depraved, Decadent, Damned, Salon Kitty, 1976. We've Got Nothing to Hide, Viridiana, 1961. My immediate response was that this has to be the pick of the week.
You're like 2 people.
5 minutes in and it's my pick of the week. It's 12:13 as I first write this, and I know I will be looking at 2:30 before I know it. 1992, released on the eve of the Los Angeles riots. It's maybe difficult to express the daily tension broadcast across the city.
The way it has always been.
As an 11-year-old, I think I can easily say that the specter of random violence was terrifying. All my friends saw and loved this. But you only need to tell me there's a scene where someone says, "Shit on my dick" or "shit on my knife" once, for me to know it was a bit too real for me. I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, I love the Godfather-esque self-mythologizing, but I wished it broke more free of the mold. I love the ingenuity and the commitment to bring 40s LA and incarceration to life. I just wish it had a little more in the tank, by hook or by crook, to bring 90s LA to equal footing. It knows the gears, but it doesn't know how to find them all. Narratively, emotionally, aesthetically, loses some throttle, scope, something. I think it got bit by the prestiges. I give American Me 1992 3.5 stars. It's weird that there aren't many interactions or agreements with state and federal agencies depicted. It's hinted at, but hard to tell if those are breadcrumbs or standard operating hangout limiting. It set itself up to go there, and I wish it would have gone there, because as it ends, it feels a little too brown on brown, if you know what I'm saying. Olmos and his senators, I wish this was more overtly Julius Caesar. I mean, more than it is. I hear blood in, blood out is the way to go.
It was brilliant.
5 minutes in, and this is already my pick of the week.
It was foolproof.
I was 14-ish when this came out. I missed this. Everyone zigged. I was pretentiously zagging. I was hoping this would be a low-stakes come-to-Jesus, but it's pretty much now as it was then. A coordinated launch of a new action comedy mega duo with just maturing young stars, both driving hit shows, multiple crossover successes. Do these boys mature to men? Disappointing sigh.
Let's try to do this right.
I don't buy it. I want to buy it, but I don't buy it. And I don't buy them. I don't buy Miami. Why isn't this LA? It's already LA. I don't buy the captain. I don't buy internal affairs. I don't buy the policing. I don't buy the other cops. I definitely don't buy the bad guys. I don't buy that this is a movie. I don't buy that this is what you do with Téa Leoni when she's just dropping all these diamonds shot to shot. And I could look past all of this, but what I can't look past is the literal Disneyfication of our beloved, scintillating, patriotic, profitable, conversation-inducing 80s criminal erotic thriller.
Hey, guys, you got a baby seat in the back?
I'm going to put them.
Look at you. Look at you. Can you stay focused? What are you talking about? I'm focused. Yeah, focused on all this scattered ass around here.
To the ultimate test.
We never recovered. I give Bad Boys 1995 3 stars.
Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes. No, man, no, there's too much bass in your voice. That scare white folk.
Bayhem. There is Bayhem, but too little? There was an uncanny valley amount of Bayhem. It's like they felt they had to have the dialogue make sense. I also think Will Smith's cop is a bad cop, like incompetent bad. He shoots a fucking suspect out of gross negligence. I also hate that the film is basically apologizing that Martin fucking Lawrence is the actual lead of this film. I think there's a better version of this with Lawrence and Jamie Foxx. I mean, we almost got part of that, I guess.
And boys will be boys. Bad boys. What you gonna do?
Why wasn't this in LA?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I'm gonna watch the fuck out of the second one, though. Less than 5 minutes in, I knew, without seeing anything else, that this was my pick of the week. I came for the Ken Russell. I'm low-key going back through Ken Russell. Expect to see more. I came for the Ken Russell, but got sucked into the parallel and in many ways better James Bond universe of Harry Palmer.
You saw him impressed in London.
But then also got sucked back by the pervasive and prurient Russellisms, and then got sucked back over by the shocking verisimilitude of global realpolitik. Look, I got sucked a lot of ways, and I loved every second.
Prospects. Red hot.
This film is inconceivably, drabfully, dreadfully gorgeous. The cinematography, the locations, the faces, the subjects, the thematics, cool British maneuvering, avoiding camp but leaning into absurdity.
What does he do? Tell fortunes?
Seeing as this is a series, which I didn't know when I picked it up, I need to watch the rest. I think this is an exhibit that an auteur can work over and through any given text. So many Russell preoccupations of naivete and nature and sex and perverted corruption, ancestral and social shadow plays of false authority and the tension with that.
Francoise Doriac, and she knows just what she's about. Who ordered you to kill me?
I give Billion Dollar Brain 1967 3.75 stars. What I'm saying is that somehow a lot of what I hoped from an earlier Russell is all ticklishly here, and everything I didn't know I needed out of a Bond was also here in the absurdist charade of the whole thing, while still being deadly serious and tragically a game.
This is the Russian Harry Palmer met in Berlin.
English, how good to see you! It's the first time I've ever had a Russian spy on room service.
I'm working on a Russell scale here. It's a solid 3.75. Needed a little more action variety. I think it could have ellipsed through some of the midsection.
I love my country, and my dream is to make the thing I love strong! Strong!
Is Palmer too passive? It'll be interesting to compare with the Ipcris file next week. This made me remember how sly a Michael Caine-led film can be. Shame on me. Within 5 minutes, I knew that Tinto Brass's subversive, erotic trip through the psyche of the Third Reich was going to be my pick of the week. Without contest. End the show. It's a bit impossible not to compare this to any of this era's fascination with World War II era fascist totalization. I assume there is, could be, would be an erotic nightmare cinema of a communist variety. Drop some titles in the chat.
More specific.
But by 1976, what does the cuckold-fixated master eroticizer add to the conversation? I think for the first time, I really did begin to grasp the sexual pull of a totalizing system of insufferable hierarchies.
SS, Wehrmacht officers and high party officials. A luxurious bordello used for spying, blackmailing, or denouncing those contrary to the regime.
I want to compare the recordings with the girl's reports personally. Is that clear?
The hyper-reductionism of codifying sex and its gratification to a systematic, scientific, data-led approach is
but true story.
belied by quivering lips, trembling fists, yet rarely turgid trousers.
Himmler, von Ribbentrop, they are all my clients, except for Goering. Have they gone mad too?
Kitty, war has just been declared.
Oh, are we going to put on chastity belts because war has been declared?
What I'm saying is, when an ideology puts all this machinery in the way of the primal pull of perpetuating the species, it gets strange and perverted and sometimes conceptually quite hot. And that's the point. That's the point.
Defeat his cause. The nest of spies who drink champagne and fuck and report every secret they learn back to Wallenberg. It's not true. There's not a word of truth in what you say.
But with Brass, and I tend to agree, the universe leans towards redemption, wisdom, becoming.
Here's some news.
I give Salon Kitty 1976 4 stars. You know why.
You haven't a thing to lose. Just forget all the old taboos. You've got really much more to gain.
What is it with Italians and the aesthetics of fascism? What is it with erotic filmmakers that are also really fucking effective with unsettling gore? It's not all S&M games and cabarets. There's some real stakes here. I do think it could have used more, or at least kicked into another gear on the back end. I'm sorry anyone gets typecast as a Nazi, but Helmut Berger is somehow more phenomenal here than in The Damned. It's mileage, maybe. More in control of his instrument. I need to see him in something else quickly. Teresa Ann Savoy, wow. Radiates trouble. Dangerous, vindictive, hot trouble. And plays the many facets of her character enrapturously.
Scene aspects, but above all, it shows the ways of defection and rebellion, the courage and sacrifices needed to reconquer human dignity.
I think she could have taken a lot more of the film on her shoulders, could have been more personally about her. I think that's a global note, actually. There's something a little impersonal about this whole thing.
With sleepless eyes.
Salon Kitty is a motion picture directed by Tinto Brass. It is also a love story, and the shocking scandal it shows is both necessary and moral.
I'm going to think about that. Not a deal breaker. Still infinitely fascinating. Is that a correct use of belies? Not even 5 minutes in, and I remembered that I clearly forgot. Luis Buñuel is one of my goats, my real goats, my one true goats. Stable. They're animals, after all. But clearly, without watching any other film, my pick of the week. I don't know what to say about this movie. I don't know that this is a movie you're supposed to say anything about, really. How do you talk about dreams that shake you out of a malaise from the veil to wild terror of reality? I mean, you could say all the things that happened in sequence, in detail, all the thoughts and feelings and words in the dream, and no one, not one person, not even you, would really care. Because it's the transcendent, unknowable total of that moment, that experience that shakes you. Viridiana is a walk into the lower depths of Western society, the Catholic Church, belief itself, the gradient of civilized to savage human. Under all of that, the unconscious will to exist, and all manner of challenge to that drive. Buñuel is also fucking hilarious, and a pervert. He's a pervert's Bresson is what I realized, but funny. I give Viridiana 1961. I feel like a fraud at 4.5, and I feel like a fraud at 5. So let's call it a 4.75. Is this my favorite Buñuel? I don't know. I'm filling in my gaps, and Exterminating Angel is up there, but this is in the pocket. Silvia Pinal, Dios mío, Francisco Rabal. As my grandma said to me one time, El Cacuy, come on, let's go. Actually, every last character and actor is type perfect. Is this better than Vertigo? Vertigo has Hitchcock color, Bernard Herrmann, but Viridiana has one of the founding surrealists playing at his peak, and diegetic tunes that are haunting, hilarious, noxiously intoxicating, delightfully. Spaniards, bro. this week, my weekly pick of the week is, I said it all along, Viridiana. Everything you want, high and low, and pushing all the buttons in between. This week's bonus feature is, as much as I want it to be Salon Kitty, it's Billion Dollar Brain. We don't talk nearly enough about the Texan crypto-Nazis orchestrating civil unrest to destabilize the globe to jockey for a better choke on international hegemony. I mean, we talk about it, but enough? Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram and X to see what movies I'm renting next, and pretty much everything is on my letterbox. I am going to go watch some more movies. I hope you do too. Very well.